What's going on, guys? Killer6 back with some more Borderlands 2, and today I figured I'd do some Tubby farming, but I wanted to go ahead and also answer some more of the questions that got left behind from the questions and answers video. And first of all, check this out. We got a Dox Quad. This is a pretty awesome shotgun, so we're going to go ahead and snatch that up. But alright, let's just go ahead and jump into some more of the questions that I didn't get around to in the previous video. And yeah, here we go. Start off with Craze, who wants to know, why don't you like Destiny? I like Destiny, it's alright, but I'm not really into it right now. I don't know what it is. Like, it just feels like everything's reskinned, and I don't know. I'm not into it right now. I'm loving Overwatch, and that's where I'm spending most of my time. So yeah, that's all there is to that. Mason Crook wants to know, Killer6, are you adopted? I'm just saying this because. No, I'm not adopted, but my cat is, so suck it, cat. Max Bauer wants to know, Killer6, what are you scared of? Like, really, really scared? I'm kind of afraid of heights. I don't like being out on the ocean, because, I talked about this before, I can't swim. So yeah, heights and the ocean. Those things scare the poopy out of me. Rafa Lager wants to know, what is your favorite concert memory, if you have any? And number 2, did you make up a secret handshake with your friends when you were a child? If so, do you remember it? Favorite concert memory is going to be this most recent one that I've talked about, where we went to see Hum. It was a great show. I loved it. And then in terms of secret handshakes, yeah, me and a few buddies, we had a few different handshakes that we, mastered back in the day, but I don't recall even the remote, like the slightest way that we did anything. Kenneth Kinslow wants to know, Killer6, how long have you and your wife been married, and how old is Killer6 Jr.? And I really can't believe I didn't get to this one last time, or did I? I don't even remember. We've been together for 15 years. Killer6 Jr. is 9 years old. We were together a little bit, well, we've been married for 15 years. We were together maybe 2 years before that, so 17 years altogether. God, I can't remember all the times and everything, but K6 Jr. was born in 2007. So yeah, there you go. Tim Howe wants to know, can you do more Overwatch with Jolts? Yeah, we play Overwatch literally every night, me and Jolts do, so don't worry, I've got plenty of footage. Should be some stuff going up in the next couple days, as a matter of fact. Kiwi Dude wants to know, Killer6, have you ever been in a fist fight with somebody? And if so, explain how. And Kiwi Dude, I want you to know, thank you. Your comment on my most recent video is the reason why I came back to some of these questions that I missed out on. Because you pointed out that you had, been one of the first people to ask a question. Somehow I completely overlooked it, even though I had clicked the little thumbs up. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I have been in fistfights before. I've been in 2 good fistfights. Well, actually, not good fistfights. There's really nothing good about a fistfight. But anyhow, the first fight I was ever in was actually with a good friend of mine. And I was walking home from school, and this was in middle school or junior high, however you want to describe it. I was walking home, and it was raining, and I had taken an umbrella with me to school. And I was, let's see, middle school is maybe, 14, 15, something like that. And so I'm walking home, I got my umbrella, I'm keeping dry, and this guy who's been my friend for forever, he's like a block behind me, and he starts mocking me for having an umbrella. So I turn around, and I guess I don't remember if I gave him like a rude gesture, like I flipped him off or something, but I didn't appreciate being mocked in front of like other people out there like that, just for having an umbrella. So I did something, and then like he come running at me. And literally, this is literally what happened. I threw exactly 1 punch. I hit him in the ear. It was like Tyler Durden from Fight Club. I hit him in the ear, and I swear to God, we looked at each other in the face, and he went, "Ow!" And then he ran away. It was the dumbest fight ever. Anyhow, we like half hour later, we were on the basketball court playing basketball together like nothing happened. So, to be young. The only other time that I had a fight, and I didn't even get to throw a single punch, I was going to go play basketball again. This was again in middle school, and there was this kid who had been held back like 3 or 4 years in a row or whatever. Don't know why he was even still in school. His name was Steve. I'm not going to give out his last name because, just in case. But we were walking to the basketball court. I'm dribbling the ball, and we're walking by him. He's just like hanging out at school. And he goes, "Hey man, throw me the ball." And you know damn well you don't throw a bully your basketball if you don't want to see that damn thing again. So no, I'm not throwing him the basketball. I bounce it over to my friend. I go, it's his ball. You have to ask him. We keep on walking. Next thing I know, somebody says, look out. I turn around. He punches me in the back of the head and then shoves me down on the ground. And then he runs away. I'm like, what the fuck was that, you know? So he ran away, and then we go around to the back court of the basketball court. And when you're back there on this back court, like, you can't see the street, and nobody from the street can see the court, so you're kind of like secluded a bit. Next thing we know, we're in the middle of this game. I'm playing like out of my mind because I was pissed off about the whole thing, right? So like I'm playing great, and all of a sudden from both sides of the building come all these dudes, and they're okay. I have to sort of explain this. Where I'm from, there's these people that are known as the Creekers. They're from this area called Cabin Creek. And just think of it as like, I don't know, like if you're, shit, I don't even know how to explain it really. Anyhow, this group of Creekers, all these kids that were riding the bus with him, basically, all these boys that ride the bus with him, they surround the basketball court. And one of them, named Billy, he comes out on the basketball court and he goes, I heard you were giving my buddy Steve a hard time. I was like, dude, I didn't give him a hard time. He punched me in the back of the head and shoved me to the ground. I was like, you might want to talk to him about giving people a hard time. And I knew that if this escalated, then me and all my buddies were getting our asses kicked because the basketball court was surrounded by these guys, dude. There was no way we were, beating all these guys. So I remembered a thing that my dad had told me, and my dad didn't give me much advice as a kid, but he says, if you're in a situation where you can't win a fight, turn it around on the one person that's like in charge of the other group or whatever. So what I did was I turned my back and I go, if you want to do it, then you can hit me in the back of the head just like your buddy did. I turned my back to him, and I knew in my mind, like in this brief moment, I was like, this is my best chance. Because if he hits me in the back of the head, then, everybody here is going to be like, oh man, that was a sucker punch, But there was no way that I was going to like throw down with this kid surrounded by all these other dudes. I would have taken a major ass beating. So yeah, that was my only fights in school. Andreas Diggs wants to know, have you ever broken a bone on purpose to get out of school? What? No. Can people break their bones on purpose? I don't know. I've had both legs broken and both arms broken before, not all at the same time, but as a kid I was pretty reckless. And I do remember this one time my parents had told me to go outside. I was maybe 5 or 6, and my mom and dad were, I think, sort of working on getting back together at the time. So they told me to go outside and play, wink wink, nudge nudge. And I remember climbing onto the swing set and like jumping off on purpose to try and act like I was hurt so I could get attention, because I hadn't seen my dad very much, so I wanted my dad to play with me or whatever. I guess this is like the psychology of a child basically here. And so I like jump off and I pretended like I was hurt, so I like go back in the house and I'm like, oh, I hurt my arm. So they take me to the doctor. I get an x-ray and the doctor says his arm is broken, and I'm like thinking, what? I didn't break my arm. I was just pretending, but no. X-ray showed that I broke my arm. So that was the best pretend break your arm to get attention. So kind of along the same lines as your question, but not quite. Max Bauer wants to know, Killer 6, what's your most favorite animal and why? I sort of talked about this before. I like cats. Not like in a crazy cat lady way. I just think that they're hilarious. I think they're adorable. I love cat videos and cat memes. And we have a cat. Her name is Precious. Her name is Precious, and she is a baby kitty. Yeah. Kristen Gunther wants to know, do you like anime? If so, what is your favorite? I do like anime. In terms of anime shows, my favorite was Cowboy Bebop, which I watched all of that. I love that show. Movie-wise, like Akira, Ninja Scroll, Curse of the Undead Yoma, Ghost in the Shell. I like a lot of the older ones. I haven't watched much newer stuff, so you know, maybe one day I'll get back into it a little bit. All right, 2 more questions. Ahran Koka, I hope I didn't screw up your name. Do you remember the longest time you've ever farmed for a weapon? If so, how long? Absolutely, it was the Cobra sniper rifle. Off and on, I farmed for that thing for well over a year. It wasn't until like I did my Cobra farming video that like that week prior, I just focused on that. I woke up in the morning and I farmed for it like daily, and eventually I got it. So yeah, you know, pretty much everything in Borderlands 2 is very easily farmable. Unlike back in the day on Phantasy Star Online, where I would spend like weeks like looking for something and not even get even like a sniff of it. And the final question is from Flat Ion. What else do you work? Alright, so I'm not gonna give too much detail. I don't want people like actually knowing who I am to, you know. The internet anonymity is something that I cherish because, you know, I have a family. I want to keep them safe. The only thing that I'll say is that I've worked for major comic book publishers. I also design typefaces, which you guys probably know as fonts. Yeah, what else have I done? YouTube. So yeah, I do YouTube. I work a day job for a Fortune 500 company, which is actually a night job. I work evening shifts, which allows me to be home during the day so I can take my son to and from school. Yeah, so that's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then hit that like button, hit subscribe for more. If you have any other questions, feel free to go ahead and ask them down in the comment section below, and who knows, maybe I'll make another video. Maybe weekly I can, you know, just do some Q&A stuff. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Take care.